Hi, thank you for checking in to Mates Back to School Night here at OCVTS. I'm Dr. Williams. I'm going to be telling you a little bit about our freshman biology class, along with a little bit about myself, because this is my first year here at Mates. So I am a coastal ecologist. I got my degree from Rutgers up in New Brunswick at Cook College. I have a degree in natural resource management, a minor in marine science. I also worked with geomatics or GIS systems, and I got my teaching certificate. While I was there, one of my best experiences was getting to study abroad in Australia, where I became a scuba diver, and I just solidified my love for the ocean and my desire to be a marine scientist. I came back from Australia and I got a position working at the Rutgers Marine Science Field Station doing research on seaweed and its impacts that happen when you rake the beaches and how it changes the fauna that live within the seaweed. Then I ended up graduating and getting a position at Texas A&M University in College Station, where I went to for 5 years to get my master's and my PhD in coastal ecosystems. I worked on seaweed, or the sargassum that comes into the area, to see how it impacted beach erosion, along with looking at the impacts of Hurricane Ike on Matagorda Peninsula. When I graduated from Texas A&M University, I moved back home to New Jersey. I'm native from Burlington County, and now I live in Ocean County. I live down in Long Beach Island, and all of my free time, my hobbies, is spent around the water. I like to paddleboard with my dog, Taylor Ham. I also like to surf, even though I'm not that good at it, and just like to spend time at the beaches. Once I came back, I started working at some of the county colleges around here. Then I got a job up at Stevens Institute of Technology as a postdoc working on living shorelines and rip current awareness before I got my job here at Mates. I absolutely love being down here, and I love being able to spend all of my free time being able to be out in the environment, and every day that I'm out there I learn something new about it. So for this course, we're going to be doing those similar things, trying to go outside, learning about the environment, and then also, because we can't do field trips right now, I'm going to be trying to bring the environment and the marine ecosystems to the classroom. So our students are going to be learning biological concepts with a marine science focus, and also relating that to real life situations like what we have right here in Barnegat Bay ecosystem. We'll be doing this through investigations, experiments, labs, field trips, even if they are just to the outside of our building, like I have right here behind me. We'll be coming outside, looking, observing our world, and seeing what we can learn from it. Throughout the time, we'll be learning how to conduct scientific methods in order to create experiments. We'll also be learning how to present our information, whether that's a poster presentation or it's an oral presentation or written articles. These are all techniques and skills that our students are going to need when they leave Mates, whether they're going into the job field and they're going to be hands-on using tools and techniques that we taught them here, or if they're going to college, we're going to be preparing them so that they have the skills to take their PSATs or SATs or any other testing. We do this through using the New Jersey Core Content Standards, and we use that to teach the classes through a very hands-on and interactive method. Our students have been requested to have materials for class, pretty simple, something to write with, something to write on, and something to keep organized, along with a field journal. And the things that are underlined they should be bringing to class every single day. They do have a textbook that I am allowing them to keep at home. Unless it's needed, I'll give them fair warning to bring it in. They also might need some supplies to organize their field journal. This is really up to the individual student: highlighters, markers, crowns, colored pencils, tape, glue. They're taking pictures, they might want to print them out, but that is really optional, up to how the personality of each student is. Unfortunately, as I said, we're not going to the field right now, even though we can come outside. I'll make sure that we're coming out on days that are appropriate weather-wise. But if we are going to the field and we do have field trips, I will be giving out more information about the appropriate weather conditions and what type of gear they need to bring with them. Basically, it's anything to keep them comfortable and safe. So if it's cold, bring jackets, hats, and gloves. If it's hot out, make sure you have a hat to protect you from the sun, bottles of water, and also sunscreen. Throughout the semester, there are going to be a variety of grades that will contribute to what the student earns during the work. We're going to be doing projects, labs in class, small projects, small group projects at home, and then larger group projects. We're also going to be working on the student summer research project that they started. They have already turned in their draft, which they'll be getting comments back on. And then throughout the semester, we'll be helping them get prepared to be able to run their experiments. Any of the deadlines for the project will be on the MATES bulletin boards, so I suggest that you check that out to make sure that they are staying on track with the work that they are doing. Students will also be assessed through quizzes and tests, along with homework. Sometimes the students will be given time to do homework if they're virtual, while I'm working with students that are in person. And also, again, we're going to have students do oral presentations or poster presentations in order to be able to communicate their learning, their information, and the scientific knowledge that they are gaining. We're studying a lot of different topics this year, and they're all super exciting and fun. They have biology as the basis, and then we're doing a marine science focus, so we'll be talking more about the things that are in our environment around here in the marine ecosystems. And while we're going to be going over some of the concepts from the textbook, we're also going to be looking at current events, things that are happening in our environment right behind us. Their first group project was to look at the stress that the Barnegat Bay is under and use research articles and newspaper articles that they find online to talk about that environment. I'm also going to try and bring in global concepts like global warming and ocean acidification, along with kind of key ecosystems that are exciting to learn about, like coral reef ecosystems. I've also been around the world scuba diving, so I like to bring that in and talk about the things that I've seen and what I've learned from those experiences. So if you have any questions, please don't hesitate to contact me. My email address is amywilliams@mail.ocvts.org. I also have the email address for the Google Classroom I'll be checking every day. You can feel free to call me or schedule a Google Meet with me one-on-one through email. I also have a faculty profile still at Stevens Institute that you can check out if you want some background information. And I had the opportunity to do a biodiversity in Barnegat Bay episode for New Jersey TV Online. It was made for third graders, but feel free to check it out if you want to see some of the field trip type of stuff that I love to do. Go off and play with razor clams and walk around in the bay and check out all that type of stuff. Thank you so much for watching my video, and if you need me, please reach out to me.